Left you a bowl of food I made too. I made some shrimp scampi pasta.
Girl, I saw that. I was like, I hope this mine.
Okay.
You look hungry. Let me
Okay. What's up, you guys? It's me and Mo. We're back with another episode of Since You Asked. The first question that we have, well, it's an update. And this is from the young lady that wrote us about her being engaged to her man, but he doesn't like her wearing heels. He hates it. He even went so far as to pack up all her shit and put it in a garbage bag and sit it by the door. They got into it, honey, and she needed our advice. So we gave her our advice, and now she sent us an update. So, it's a long one. Hey, Keisha and Mo. First, I want to say thank you for the advice. Now, I also want to say sorry to Mo for spelling your name wrong. I want to clarify that I did not spell your name wrong on purpose.
Okay. It only bothered this one.
I just be playing with y'all. Okay, now onto the update. I would have answered back weeks ago, but so much happened in those weeks that I still can't even wrap my head around it. So I hope you and Mo are super comfortable because this update is going to be one crazy ride. So August 20th is when I wrote to you both, and that was a Saturday. So after I wrote to you guys, and so she say, okay. So after I wrote to you guys, and what'd you say?
She said me and Ken. She said, you know what? I don't even want to protect him, and you will find out why as you continue to read this update. My fiance's real name is Ken.
Ooh, she gave us a real name, child. Okay, let me fix this.
So it's over.
Right. It is a wrap, honey. Okay. So after I wrote you both and said there was a massive tension between us, Ken was still super mad at me for calling him insecure and would not even talk to me. Childish, I know. Like he didn't even know he started the whole argument by trying to throw my heels out. So we both went to bed not talking, and by Sunday I was tired of him giving me the silent treatment. Even at church he was mad. It was after church that I actually asked him the question you guys suggested way before I got the video response because I was so frustrated with him. Right, what we say? We don't even remember. I asked him why me wearing heels bothered him so much and not to simply say because he didn't like it. His response totally caught me off guard. Oh God, I'm not ready. He said that I didn't respect him as a man. I said, why? Because I don't do as you say. And by this time, I was mad, frustrated, and confused. He fired back with he doesn't need these kind of issues when we are not even married. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? I said, you were the one who was going to throw all my heels away. He said that I was being materialistic, and I went off on him again and asked him why me wearing heels is such a problem for him, and he is really going to let this end our relationship. As well as not answering the question, once again he got madder than before and simply said he doesn't have time for this, and he left the house once again. That reaction let me know all I need to know. I was so furious with Ken. I felt like throwing all his stuff out the window and ending engagement right there because he was on some BS, and this honestly just came out of the blue. The time he tried to throw my heels out was the only big argument we have ever had, and he would have never left the house in anger before. I mean, we did not always agree on everything, but we could at least work it out. But after he left, hours upon hours passed and he never came home. I called him and called him and called him, but no answer. Is he cheating on you? Every time it went to voicemail, I left a message pleading and begging him to call back. I was in tears thinking that something bad had happened to him. After trying and unsuccessfully trying to get a hold of him, I had no choice but to call the police and put out a missing person report. Oh my God. I was so shook, and felt really guilty. I didn't want something bad to happen to him. I was just a ball of emotions. Monday came, and I'm telling you, I got absolutely no sleep. I tried calling him, but nothing. We live in California, and he has no family here with us. Ken's family lives out the country, and mine live in another state far away, so we are all each other got. And I moved to California for him because his job is located there. I called my mom crying, telling her what happened, excluding the fight we had. She was super worried, but told me to stay put, and wait for the police to call. Then around Wednesday evening, I heard someone knocking on my door, and I thought it was the police. When I opened, it was a woman I have never seen before. She introduced herself and said, "Are you so-and-so?" And I said, yes. She told me her name and said, "Do I know Ken?" I said, yes, and asked her who she was. She then proceeded to tell me she was his ex-wife. I never knew this. place where Ken was. Wait a minute, I'm so excited. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, you heard that right. I felt so very confused, so I invited her inside and offered her a drink. Then she proceeded to tell me how she know me. She said that she was just getting done in the shower when the door rang. When she went to her bedroom to get dressed, she heard her front door close. When she went to the hallway, she saw that Ken was talking with someone outside but couldn't see who. About to head to her room when she saw Ken's phone vibrate, and that it is when she came upon my texting him and was able to find me by my number. This was Tuesday. She said when Ken came back inside, she asked him who was at the door, and he said someone needing directions. She said that she told him about the text, and he out on her and took his bags and left her house. Oh, so this nigga had went to her house and stayed. Okay, so what y'all was they fucking? Okay. Cynthia, which is her name, was able to track me down by my number. When I heard all this, I felt so sick to my stomach. It literally took everything I had not to let this woman see me cry. Me and her spent hours talking. She said her and Ken divorced 5 years ago, and they have been seeing each other for over a year now. I mean, I can really go into detail about everything, but I know this is long already. But I will say Ken travels for work, so I was able to connect the dots with the days he would come see Cynthia. When me and Cynthia were talking, she said she got married to Ken when she was 19 and he was 21, and Ken was controlling. She couldn't go where she wanted to or do what she wanted because he was super on top of her. But something that she said stuck out to me when she said Ken always had a problem with the way she dressed and would treat her like a little girl and say things like, "You're not wearing that," or "Take that off and change." It kind of mirrored how he felt insecure about me wearing heels. To give you an idea about how Cynthia looks, she is shorter than me, like 5'4", dark skin, and curvier than me. I mean, the complete opposite of how I look. She said when she would wear things that would hug to her body, but not in an attention-grabbing way, and Ken would have her wear a jacket over it, and it could be 90 degrees outside. To this day, I never heard or seen Ken. He ended up getting his things. I was not home, and I am done with him. I actually moved to a new place, and although I lost a fiance, I actually gained a friend with Cynthia. Coincidentally, I told her I wrote to you, and she said she had a book club that I joined 2 weeks ago. I was just sweating, and I actually brought one of your books in as a book club read. Go ahead, old girl, for the support. Okay, so I am happy, single, and just doing me. I still want to meet someone and get married, but I don't want to change for any man. Thank you, too, for your help. And sorry, Keisha, I'm a size 8.5. God damn it, I wanted them lubes. But if we were the same side, I would have definitely sent you some of my unworn heels. Oh, my God.
Damn.
This nigga was
that sounds like a movie.
It's something wrong with him though. He's a little ticky boom boom.
You know what? It's a good thing that the police.
Yes.
See how God works.
Because you would have married that man and not even known.
No, I mean shit for the both of y'all. It worked out in both of y'all favor.
Wow. He didn't even have the nerve to say nothing to you. Like, that's the worst kind. Like, oh, he is the worst. Happy this shit is over. He ain't shit. And he had psychological issues. Something happened to him in his childhood. Some shit happened.
Yeah,
it's something weird going on.
He was locked
like
in the dark basement for a
it's something
time or
weird. Something happened to him. He might be like, I don't know why I keep on picking up on like
gay tendencies.
Yeah, like is he trying to push down something about himself. Woo. Girl, thank you for letting the book club read my books. Hey, Cynthia, girl. That was crazy. Thank you for the update, though. Woo! That was a lot.
That was.
Yeah. Right. So this one says, mother-in-law from hell. Woo, Lord. Hey, Keisha and Mo. First, I want to start by saying I love the dynamic between you two. I love seeing genuine women on screen giving great advice, and I can see this going worldwide. Girl, we trying. Don't forget me when you get to the top. We won't. Anyway, I'm writing because, as you can see by the title, I'm dealing with the mother-in-law from hell. Get ready. I met my husband in 9th grade. He was my first official crush. I met him before my first boyfriend, first kiss, etc. We got extremely close, but he moved to Los Angeles. I was about an hour away, and communication kind of stopped. Anyway, comes 12th grade, a daughter and a brand new attitude, and we met up again. Oh, so you had a daughter. And yes, I said daughter. That's a whole other email. Okay. started today after we both graduated from high school and fell in love. He is a definition of my soulmate, and then there was his mom. When we first got together, he lived with his mom and I lived with mine. We were just babies. His mom had her kids when she was young, 4 of them, the first and second before she was 19 and the third before 23. So as the usual story goes, she wanted to live her childhood because she didn't get to experience it. She would leave my husband to watch her kids days at a time, not allow him to leave the house, and treat him like shit. When we got together, he had holes in his shoes, raggedy clothes, and not a damn dime, but I didn't care. He was in school, had faith in God, and treated me well. Well, anyway, a few months in, he decided he was going to leave his mom's house and move with his auntie, and that's when the shit started. His mom called his aunt cursing and ranting because she gave him a place to stay, and she no longer had her live-in babysitter. He stayed with his aunt for maybe a month, but then ended up moving in with me. Crazy when I look back and think how I convinced my mom of that one. At this point, he had found a full-time job. I had a full-time job, and we were on top of the world. My mom made us pay rent, and the rest of the money we used to just enjoy ourselves with my baby. His mom would call him asking for money for her cable bill, lights, etc., and he would of course give it. It was his mom. He felt like he should help her out. Whenever we would go to her house, she would give him the cold shoulder, wouldn't speak at all. Bitch, please. I was never disrespectful and always kept it cordial. Every time they would argue, she would say things like, you chose that bitch over your family and fuck that bitch, etc. But my husband never husband never let that shit slide. He always checked her in a respectful way. She even started to say I wasn't welcoming her home and he would refuse to go if I couldn't come. I'm a very shy and timid girl, so when his mom would go off in her rants and threaten to whoop my ass, my lips were shut. I was scared of her ass. I've seen her fight. Oh my God. He's like, I don't want none of that. And you pretty too, girl. I don't blame you shit. Anyway, at the age of 20, right, me and my husband got married. His mom, of course, didn't approve. I mean, why would she? She felt like I took her man. At least that's how she treated me. My husband joined the military and she didn't even go to his going away party. Well, since we were married, I had access to all the money, and since she wanted a piece of that, that's when the fake shit started. All of a sudden, she would call, try to be cordial, and ask about me. Just a month or so prior, I was all the bitches and wasn't shit, but now she wants to be my friend. Anyway, I accepted her gestures because I felt at the end of the day, she would be my children's grandmother, and I want to have a good relationship with her. Girl. My husband ended up getting out of the military after a year due to a knee injury. Whenever they would get into an argument, she would bring it back on me, and at that point I was over it. I got pregnant with my son, who is now 1, and the first thing she said, it wasn't my husband's. I was insulted, to say the least, and I had to stop my husband from cursing her out. Through my whole pregnancy, she was a bitch. She didn't want me at her house and didn't want me to be a part, and didn't want to be a part of the process. I had my son. She started to come around more and be cordial. She wanted to be in her grandson's life. Fast forward to now, a year and a half later, after I've had my baby, and we're still on the roller coaster. She's now having problems with her teenage daughters who want to jump ship like my husband because of her attitude. She calls my husband whenever she argues with his sisters, like he's her man, and that's the problem. When he tells her she is wrong, she gets pissed and expects him to back her up. She never apologizes when she's wrong and always wants to sweep shit under the rug. Well, I'm one of those people who can't let shit go when I feel I'm owed an apology, and honestly, that's all I want. Just an apology for how hard she has made a relationship with her. For all the disrespect, the name calling, the threats. After 5 years, I have not once gotten her face, been disrespectful or anything, because at the end of the day, that's still his mom. I know y'all like, bitch, get to the question. Well, here it is. My husband hasn't spoken to his mom in about 2 months, and I know y'all life has been peaceful. Because he called her a bitch after she put his tires on flat. She flattened her own son's tires. I know that's some angry girlfriend shit, right? And he had my son with her, shaking my head. Anyway, I don't want to harbor any ill feelings with her, and I don't want my husband to not have a relationship with his mom. He refuses to call her, and she's stubborn as hell, so I don't expect a call from her. I want to know if I should try to mend the fences or just say fuck it. And this one, I don't even want to be in her presence, but I feel like if me and her can get it together, their relationship maybe can heal. What would you do? P.S. My husband and my mom have a great relationship. They call each other. We all hang out, etc. They are the epitome of what I wish I could have with his mother-in-law. You know what I mean? Shit. Girl, Monique, no. No.
You know what? Because I'm petty. I would probably like be real extra. Like I'm sure you good to your husband be like extra good right now because she ain't in the picture. Just to show him what type of rewards he can get.
And that bitch ain't around.
Okay.
Don't try to have no relationship with this woman. Y'all gonna continue to have 5-10 more years of hell dealing with her. It's a good
She
thing.
better be lonely than a mother.
Yeah.
Because them girls getting ready to leave the house. Your husband are... First of all, what she did was... Fuck with that man. You did that while he had his son in the car?
That's crazy. Yeah, you should... I understand that's his mother, but sometimes family got to go. You cannot have a relationship with some family members. And I know it's fucked up because that's his mama, but she brings nothing but hell wherever she goes. It's never going to get better because she is set in her ways and she ain't going to get it until nobody fucks with her. It's a good thing, honestly, he's not fucking with her right about now because I know these 2 months have been peaceful. You can't try to have no relationship with her because she don't even want to have a relationship with her. She's fucked up. She's fucked up. I would even encourage him continue not having a relationship with her. I don't want my kids around her. Why would you even want to subject yourself to that type of treatment over and over and over? She is a plague. She is the devil. Let that woman go ahead and live her goddamn life over there being miserable, trying to thought and bob, trying to be a basketball wife, whatever the hell she's trying to do. No. Stay the fuck as far away from her as possible. All of y'all, shit. No, until she can honestly change and y'all know she has changed for a fact, then give her that opportunity. But until then, no. There would be no communication on no type of level.
They gonna talk again eventually.
Yeah.
They gonna talk eventually. I don't know if you're trying to teach her a lesson or whatever, but here's the thing for you. Stop letting her talk to you any kind of way or say any motherfucking thing. All that back and forth and that old fake shit. Treat her ass like she come off. That's what she... Let her attract them words. If you scared that she gonna fight you or some shit like that, get on the phone and get in her ass. But don't ever let nobody disrespect you like that.
Don't have no relationship with this woman. She don't respect you. She don't respect herself. And whatever your husband decides to do with her, that's between them two. But I wouldn't subject my kids to her or myself being you. I wouldn't subject it. He can have our relationship. If he want to go back and forth with her, that's on him. But my kids and myself won't be involved in that mess because she's going to start doing that same shit to them. And then that's when Mama Bird going to come up out of you and you going to end up hurting somebody when she disrespect your kids or end up hurting your kids one day. Because she don't even give a fuck about that.
I don't give a damn. If they do get to talking, you gonna have to go over there because you cannot bring your ass to my house.
She can't be on my house, in my car, around my kids, nothing.
She don't even care about her own kids' well-being. She never did. That's how your husband ended up living with you.
And I would talk to your husband about there be no more giving her money. That's her issue. You are not supposed to take care of your goddamn family, your mama. I'm sorry, unless it's just like dire need. It is not your responsibility. Take care of your mom and daddy, sister, brother. You have to live, because if you ain't got for yourself, then who gonna take care of you? She ain't gonna help y'all when y'all down and out. No. Fuck that old woman. No. Let us know what you decide to do, honey bunches of oats. I've been to beat the shit out that woman. Got some pretty viewers. Really? Right. Face beat. We looking at you, girl. We see you. Hey, Keisha and Mo. So my husband and I have been married for about 5 months and we have known each other for 9 years. I'm 24 and he's 27, by the way. Oh, y'all got husbands. Shit, what am I doing wrong? We bonded at an early age because we both grew up.
Emotionally.
Because we both grew up the same and pretty much had the same struggles and we connected on a deep level. Ain't that fucking funny? On a deep level, because of that. I know what he has been through in the past and why he is the way he is, and I try to be patient because I know your childhood can really affect your adult life. I'm a little fucked up too, girl. We all are. The problem that I'm having is that he doesn't want to do shit and it's irritating the fuck out of me. I mean, he makes sure that he keeps a job and I never feel like I'm in this by myself, and I love him for that. But he doesn't do anything outside of that. He said that he wants to be a photographer and that he wants to cut hair. We have quality camera equipment, but he never takes initiative to practice or learn about it unless I tell him to do it. And even then, he really doesn't do it. I think he has natural leadership qualities, and I'm sure that he can run his own successful business if he puts his mind to it. But I think he lacks confidence in himself, and it's so frustrating. He feels like he didn't have a lot growing up and wasn't exposed too much. And that's the reason he is the way he is. I completely understand because I grew up the same way. He feels like he didn't have a lot but I don't use it as an excuse. I don't want to be one of those people that had dreams and never pursued them and just settle for a 9 to 5. I like to film and write, and I work on my projects all the time because I'm passionate about it. Which you would think this would motivate him to work on his projects, but it doesn't. I've talked to him about it and he agrees, but apparently it doesn't resonate because he still doesn't act on it. I personally feel like he's not that into photography and maybe just think it's an easy way to make money because if he was really into it, would show and he would try to protect his craft. Perfect his craft. I don't want to be the bitching wife nagging every minute, but I also don't want him to become stagnant in life and just settle because he is lazy. My question is, how should I tell him that I'm getting to the point where I feel like I need to grow in my life and he needs to grow with me? Am I tripping? And should I just accept how he is? I tried to speak positive and make him believe in himself and still nothing. I think if he told me he didn't want to do shit but work his job, that I would be okay because that's his decision to make. I just hate that I see so much potential in him and he doesn't see it and doesn't do anything with it.
Maybe he's just scared. Maybe he's scared. Maybe he's not. Because you know what? It might just not be the time for him. Because I know everybody move when they need to move. I remember being an undergrad and I was a media communications major and like doing some of the filmmaking projects and stuff like that. I wasn't as passionate about it then as I was when I got a little bit older. And y'all still kind of young. You just really passionate about it. Maybe he just tired after work or something. I don't know. Maybe something's taking so much energy out of him. Maybe, I don't know. Mentally. I don't know what the issue is.
Or maybe he's just not passionate about those two things that you named. Maybe that's just not for him and he doesn't know how to tell you that. I know for myself, and me and Monique have had this conversation about myself. Like my YouTube channel. I wanted to start YouTube shit about 10 years ago. But it was something in me holding me back. Every time I would think about it, it was like this fear inside of me, and I'd be like, I'm not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. It literally took when I got sick 3 years ago for me to finally get up off my ass and do it. And it actually happened at the right time, at the right space in my life, because once I did it, things just took off. I met celebrities and stuff within a month of me starting my YouTube videos. So it just might not be the right timing for him, like Monique says, or it just could be he's not interested in those things, or it could very well be he's one of those people that just like to work and he doesn't want to do anything outside of work to 9 to 5. And that's okay because a lot of people just like working a 9 to 5 job, having their family, living that type of lifestyle. Some people don't like to be, extra and ambitious and all those things. So it's either you're going to accept him that way or just, continue to encourage him, but wait for him to get that spark.
Or don't say nothing about it. Maybe if you stop talking about it, he'll do it. Just continue to work. Because what I have found is that you never know how you inspire somebody to do something. Just keep on doing you. And maybe him seeing you work and seeing what you create will inspire him to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
I would just do you, and she didn't know.
But I know how you feel, because with my ex, he had me and Monique, I can't talk here, I can't stand that nigga. Monique saw all the potential in my ex, and he had all the potential in the world to do everything that he wanted to do, and that nigga just never fucking did it. And we would always say, if he just did this, he just did that, but the nigga just never did it. And there are just some people that will continue to hold themselves back. Stop being extra, idiot. We're being serious right now. But there are just some people that it is frustrating to see them have so many fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? So many,
talents?
Yeah, talents, and don't do anything with them. You can't make anybody do anything. It has to come out of him. It may come out of him, it may not. But you just have to learn how to accept it either way it go and continue to work on what you excited about. So, let us know what happens. You got a pretty profile picture, girl? Oh. I did skim over this one. This was a good one. We got pictures. Hey, we love when y'all add like attachments with pictures and okay. Hey, Keisha and Mo, you guys are wonderful and hilarious. Congratulations on both your success. I hope you guys, thank you very much. I hope if you guys can offer some insight to my unique situation. I just turned 32 in April, and during my birthday dinner with my best friends of 20 years, I realized that I may have outgrown my friends. It sounds pretty horrible, but that's how I feel. It's just that they aren't maturing or learning from their experiences. Okay. It's a broken record of it's one of them, you know, that sticky ones. Make me feel like I'm creaming at the mouth or something. Ugh. Okay, it's a broken record of my man just went back to jail, or my man hasn't paid the child support, but I still love him, or worse, my man has been cheating on me, but I still love him. It gets old to say the least. So I made a promise.
I was just thinking that earlier, like, I'm so glad when people stop calling me all day about their damn problems.
So I made a promise to myself that I would expand my circle of friends. So after work, I decided to hit the gym and met a nice woman my age who generally likes the same things I do. Mainly my small addiction to erotic romances. Yes, God. We decided to have coffee together and discuss what books we've read and compare notes. She noticed that my BDSM genre was prominent. Yes, girl. And asked if I was interested in the lifestyle. We are. Okay, I want to talk. You watched 50 Cent the Great. You said you want to try some things. Okay. I can't wait till February. Okay, where was I at? Okay, BDSM.
I told her yeah.
Okay, I told her yeah, but I was too chicken to follow through. So, smiled and said, well, my husband and I are in the lifestyle and we'd be happy to take you to our club to check it out. I was excited and nervous, but nonetheless, I went and it opened my eyes to a lot of things. Some I liked and some I didn't. She introduced me to a Dom, and he seemed nice. So we decided that we'd meet up and he'd answer any questions I had. I took him up on the offer. We met in a public place because I was nervous as hell. We met up, had a nice time. He gave me insight about the lifestyle. He asked me out on a date, and fast forward to the present, we started dating. Go ahead on, girl. All sex is the ball I'm living through you. Okay. It's been fun. He's a bar owner and does some modeling. He's a bar owner, does some modeling work on the side. So here's the big problem with my best friends. First of all, he's Russian, and to them that means I'm a sellout for not finding a black man today. Oh, God. After initial shock,
the same motherfuckers.
Girl. After initial shock, I invited him to drink so they could see he wasn't what they think he is, redneck. After the introduction, they proceeded with the 21 questions game, and he took it with ease. They liked him for the most part, but was still weary. It doesn't hurt that this man is fine as hell. The following week, my best friends came to the house for a get-together, and we always end up watching Netflix in my bedroom because I don't have a TV in the living room. Well, my nosy best friend found our stash of toys and bondage equipment. She accused me of being a plantation slave to my white boyfriend, letting him hit me and so on. It turned into a huge ass argument, and we haven't spoken since the incident. I would have left it at that, but she went and told my family that my white boyfriend is abusing me and that I needed mental help. That was an awkward conversation to have with my parents. It sure in the hell was. But it just won't stop. She's telling everyone that I'm brainwashed. I'm so tired of the drama. She's a friend of the family, so she'll tell anyone who will listen. And I don't want people privy to my personal life. What should I do? Hope you guys can help. Thanks. P.S. Here's a pic of my man. Girl, we about to look at him, girl. You know who he is.
Wow.
Girl, fuck your friends. Fuck them bitches.
Show that picture to your mama. Say, when you let him beat you.
I mean, oh, really? Girl, they mad. They are so pressed. They are so pressed. So pressed. Girl, you can't listen to nobody that go through all the shit that you said these hoes go through. Like, who are they to judge you about anything that you over there doing?
Right.
Like, no. You, first of all, she was way out of line. I don't think that our friendship could ever come back from that. I don't give a damn how long we've been friends. Me and Monique been friends for over 20 years, and Monique would never in a million years call Patricia Ann or Carl Irvin and tell them anything about what the fuck I do in the bedroom with somebody. No.
First of all, I don't want to know.
I mean, really. And that's just, and then she telling everybody outside of your family like that he beating on you. Like that's defamatory. Like, that's too much. Like, and these the same hoes that niggas going to jail ain't helping them. No, I don't really think that our friendship could ever.
She jealous. Goddamn it. She wants somebody to pull her and spank her with something and cuff her to something.
Yeah, I mean, what y'all, the BDSM is everything, girl. I'm trying to get into it. Shit, he got a cousin or brother. Yeah, go on with your life. Fuck them hoes. Continue to date your man. And tell your family to stop listening to that bitch, and tell your family to start checking her when she come to them with that bullshit and tell them to mind her fucking business and that your family. She's not.
I was turning into a mute every time somebody brought that shit up.
Girl, like what? I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, but you can't listen to miserable hoes. Sorry.
At the end of the day, that's your business.
Yeah, what you do with your bedroom and who you date, white, black, don't matter. Is your life. As long as he's treating you right,
as long as you happy,
it don't fucking matter. And he fine on top of that. Girl, bye. Tell them hoes to suck a dick. Send us an update. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have an update from a woman that sent us in a question about being married to her husband for 5 years. They have been separated for over a month. He's cheated on her. They have 4 kids together, and she was currently pregnant, 7 months pregnant, and was trying to figure out should she take him back, even though he had been physically and mentally abusive to her. So she says, hi ladies, hope all is well. Thanks for the advice. After watching the video, I had to take a long, hard look at myself and my situation. After going back and forth, I filed for divorce. Whew. And my court date is November 29th. Oh, shit, it just passed. Let us know what happened. At first, my soon-to-be ex-husband said he wasn't going to come to court or sign any papers, but now he seems to have terms with us getting a divorce. He does sometimes say, well, maybe he can still get married again, you know, after some time. Or is he talking about y'all get married again? I don't know. I'm like, after this divorce, I'm free boss. You can make me no slave again. Oh, so he was talking about you. After watching the video and having this time away from my husband, I wonder how I ever got into this and why in the hell did I stay so long. It was a mixture of things. Number one, seeing my parents go through a bad divorce and not wanting that for my kids, but the relationship between my husband and I wasn't good either, so I had to choose. Number two, being church, thinking I couldn't divorce and just pray and things would get better sooner or later, girl. Number three, low self-esteem had to be to allow this mess. Number four, abandonment issues. I think my mother not being in my life for some time. Number five, just plain stupid thinking I just got to make it work for the kids. Now, ladies, I'm obsessed with only things that are going to make me absolutely happy. And if I'm not feeling it, I'm not doing it. Girl, ain't a good feeling. Point blank, period. A lot of people think I'm mean now. No, I'm just not the pushover I was. My standards are high now. But anyway, ladies, thanks for the advice and many blessings to you both. Oh, that was wonderful. People will think you mean when you start saying no to their asses and when you stop being a flunky for them. Girl.
Yeah, when you put your damn foot down, people be in their feelings. So.
They said the same thing about Oprah. I remember Oprah was talking about how she started telling motherfuckers no and she started getting labeled a bitch. Girl, bye. No, we're so happy for you. I know this.
Now I just be practicing this sometimes, like no.
Nope. Let us know what happens. I know it was past the date since we read this. I'm just so happy you're taking charge of your life and you and your kids and dealing with the things in your past that got you to this situation. And we wish you nothing but the best and happiness. And I know your baby will be here soon. I hope you have a great delivery and a happy Christmas and a happy New Year to you and your kids. Just continue to love on them and love on yourself. And thank you so much. Oh, this is a good video. If you have a question, send it to senseyouask1@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought about tonight's episode in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. We love you all so much.
Good night.
Bye.